Go first class. Go with Plymouth Glass, your top choice for custom glass shower enclosures. Plymouth Furniture. Home starts here. Shop the Pig. Keats's Piggly Wiggly with locations in Plymouth, Howards Grove, Sheboygan, and Kiel. Meyer Motors. Serving the community with new and used vehicles for over 99 years. Visit us on social or gomeyermotors.com. Waldo State Bank. Local, independent, like you. American Legion. Veterans strengthening America with family and community engagement. Call 920-627-1879 for more information or visit wilegion.org.
And we are ready to rumble. Also later tonight, we hope to have late model driver introductions right down here on the racetrack. That'll be coming up before their feature. Want to say thank you to Kindred Hearts families for donating the American flags tonight. Hope you picked one up. And the Hot Wheel races, sponsored by Terminix, Batzner, and SC Diecast. This is Pedal Down Promotions night tonight. 10th year in a row they've sponsored a night. They provide all the trophies and do a great job. Jeff Peterson's down here. There he stands right there. He's manning our little booth over there. We got some great Plymouth Dirt Track Racing shirts and hats and things. Also, if you want a roster of all the cars running, almost all the cars running, they have them down there. It really makes it easy to follow along. They're $1 a piece, and that dollar goes to support the Wall of Fame below the grandstand. So they need a little money too, and your dollar will go a long ways to support what they do every year. 10th annual event, and thank you very much, Jeff. Appreciate it. No racing here next week. Celebrate the 4th of July any way you want. We'll be coming back on the 12th of July. That will be our Wall of Fame introduction night. We have 5 drivers whose names are going up on that wall, and some of them will be here. So that'll be coming up 2 weeks from tonight. Hope you can join us for that. The Vintage Mods will also be here for that. So with no further ado, please rise, everybody. Remove the headgear. Pastor Hankey's back with us again tonight after his excursion to Iowa last week. His mother-in-law is almost 100 years old now. Is that right? 96. Well, that was where you belong, celebrating with her. Good cake, too, I'll bet. All right, and tonight we got this little young lady here, Nora Morgan. She's going to bless us with her rendition of the national anthem. So, Pastor.
Thank you, Lord, for a very comfortable Saturday night for dirt track racing here at Plymouth Dirt Track. We know that sometimes the nights have been very warm, like last week, and we know that some nights have been very cold, and we're just grateful for this night tonight that we can enjoy the entertainment of the 4 different divisions of our racing, and we just are especially always thankful when we get to see some of the late models from our area, and we just are so happy we can root on each night the favorite drivers that we want to see win that checkered flag. But we also ask, Lord, for safety for each of the drivers here tonight. We ask for safety for the fans. We thank you for the opportunity and privilege that we have in this nation to be able to go to racetracks here at Plymouth and around the United States to be able to enjoy different types of racing. We thank you, Lord, that we are Americans and that we are proud of the red, white, and blue. We're glad that we can celebrate the independence of our nation on this coming Friday, and we pray that everybody will have a special time together and honor the nation and honor those who have given of themselves so much, even giving of their lives to keep us a free nation. Thank you that our flag flies in the infield each week and that we're reminded that we are proud to be Americans. So we thank you, too, for the opportunity tomorrow to worship in a place of worship and to give you honor and praise. And we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, now with the national anthem, Nora Morgan. First of all, where are you from, Nora?
I'm from Plymouth.
You're from right here in Plymouth. What grade you going to be in?
I'm going to be in 5th grade.
6th?
5th.
5th grade. Well, wonderful. Thank you for coming out tonight, and I can't wait to hear you sing.
Thank you. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Nora. Well done. Well done. Come join us again another night. Okay, now, one more thing. Wait. See that dice Mr. Bader has? We want you to throw that down on the track. Just throw it down there. Give it just toss it. Atta girl. Make him go get it. That'll be the invert for the A-mains tonight. 6 is the thank you, Nora. Boy, you do everything well. So now they officially get the show on the road. Josfo Electric again tonight, sponsoring that those magic words. Fred Peterson's down here with me, and he's going to give them to you. Wandra and Rossman on the front row coming to the line, and we get a go. Rossman in the 09 doing what he does a lot of, and that's be fast. Oh, Johnson, hang on. Oh, my goodness. That was close for Hayden Johnson in the 44. Meanwhile, Clayton Rossman looking pretty stout up at the front. Down, 5 to go. Rossman, your leader. Taylor second. Hinson the third spot. Tony Wondra rounds out the top 4. He's in the 11. Now Johnson back in the pack trying to make a run on Smith in that 69S. Johnson fast into turn 1 on the outside. Trying to make it stick in turn 2. 3 laps to go now. 3 to go. Two laps to go when your leader comes by. Bill Taylor closing in to make it a race. Taylor in that 69 machine is closing in on Rossman in the 09. Bill Taylor going to make it an exciting finish. Coming off turn 4, we have 1 lap to go with the white flag in the air. Rossman kind of picked it up a little bit there, maybe. Taylor gained in 1 and 2, but not going to be enough the way it looks. Off turn 4, here he comes, looking at a checkered flag, Clayton Rossman. Clayton Rossman, your winner. Taylor second, Hintz third. Johnson, good comeback in that 44, finished 4th. Pagel into 12P, then Tony Wondra, the 69S of Smith. Rounding out That's your front two rows, Karnitz and Wondra, the third row, Malik and Erickson, the fourth row, and here we go. On the outside, Tyler Davis, side by side there with Brandon Berth into turn 3. Berth on the bottom, Davis on the outside, still wheel to wheel, wing to wing. Good heat race in the making. Side by side down the backstretch. Davis on the outside, Berth down low, and Tyler Davis will get the edge at the line. Davis a little high in 2, opening the door for Berth. Here he comes again. Berth back on the inside for the lead. Now let's see what happens off turn 4. It'll be Berth at the line narrowly at the line, by 2/100ths of a second. Now Brandon Berth holding on to the lead. Davis drops down a bit on the racetrack. And here comes Ben Schmidt, the Gladiator, in the 1 car. Ben Schmidt on the outside. Passes Davis, now going after Berth. 3 laps to go when they come by. Off turn 4, it'll be Berth again. And we got a spin. Over in turn 2, the 30 car turned around. Detoured, you'll be fine. It's down in Cascade. All right, here we go. Let's get back to racing. Brandon Berth on the hammer. Into turn 1, Schmidt on the outside. Here comes Kevin Karnitz in the 63K. We got a lot of fast cars in this heat race. 3 to go now, 3 laps to go. Berth holding on, Schmidt slides to the outside over in 2, sizing him up into turn 3. It'll be Berth with a perfect line. 2 laps to go now. Schmidt again on the high side, down in 1 and 2, trying to keep that momentum up. Oh, car turned around down here. 63K Karnitz did a 360. White flag is out. Now Schmidt on the outside once again, half a lap to go. The Gladiator trying to get by on the outside, coming off turn 4. He's giving it his all. And it'll be a checkered flag for Brandon Berth. Oh my, that's the kind of race you came to see. Berth, your winner. All right, nice easy start here for sure. Winninger brings him to the line. Here you to go. Oh, Alex Pokorski jumps to the high side of the racetrack. Diving into turn 3, off turn 4. Pokorski going after Winninger. Winninger with about a 2-car length lead now. This is kind of single file all the way around. Back in the pack a little bit, I see Stephen Rue tried to pull up alongside Caitlin Krebsbach, but it didn't work. Who fall in behind Krebsbach. So your leader continues to be Winninger. Oh, no room for error. Pokorski right there. Once again now, Rue on the middle of the racetrack, trying to make that work, trying to get around the 24X of Wilkie. 4 laps down, 4 laps to go. Well, look out. Oh! Yellow flag out there. Stephen Rue got out of shape and slid and collected another car, and you see the result. There might be some damage on that car. That was a hard hit. All right, here we go. Back to racing. And again, Winninger out front. The next couple of cars running the high side of the track. First Seth moving up in the 57 car on the inside. Winninger will see 2 laps to go signal when he comes by. 2 to go. Tristan Furseff trying to make a bid for that third spot. And we drop back a car length or two on the backstretch. Brady Porchy holding his line, coming through 3 and 4. White flag has been in the air, so this is our final lap of the race. And Winninger pulling away. He will get the checkered flag first. So Winninger, your winner. Pekorski second, Porchy third, 57 Furseff fourth, Krebsbach in the 08 fifth, then it's Eric Wilkie, the 24X, Ryan Sawish in the 55S, and then Stephen Rue, who had that misfortune on the backstretch. Rounding it out, sponsors on your winning car include All City.
Spin out of West Bend, Wisconsin. Billy Edler filling in tonight in the 15 car. That's from right here in Plymouth. In the 5M tonight, two-step Tim Warner filling in behind the wheel. Will Source is in the 14X. The Smuggler, Brian Gillis, driving the 89. Trent Bogart in the 45, lap 1 in the books. Boucher out in front of this one, the 27 car. Espen falls into the second spot. The 5 car takes a look on the outside. Bill Edler in that 5M doing double duty tonight, running a late model and a Grand National car. Maybe found something earlier on the outside. Nope, now he's going to drop it back down to the inside. Goucher still leads the way with Espen running in second. Then you'll see Edler running in the third spot. The 25P, Jonathan Persha. Whoa, Espen making a move, and we got a spin down going into turn number 3. Couple of cars looking for the same piece of real estate down there at the end of the back stretch. Outside that first double file row, the Smuggler, Brian Gillis, inside of row number 3. Here we come to the green. Edler looking down on the inside, coming out of turn number 2. Espen holds him off. 3 wide, looking for the third spot. Persha now on the outside. Gillis looking down on the inside. Gillis and Persha side by side for the third spot. Espen running second. Edler now your leader, coming this time by. Hey, first mistake of the night for me. I try. Two-step Tim Warner in the 5 car, not Billy Edler. Had the wrong name written in the wrong spot. Mistake number 1 of the night. Two-step Tim Warner coming out of turn number 4. Checkers. Had my sheet up here for substitute drivers. I had the wrong driver in the wrong sheet. I've been identifying that 5 car as Billy Elder. It is not. It is two-step Tim Warner filling in tonight. He's taking the checkers flag home in the Muehlbauer 5M. Jason Yeek in the 42 car. Dustin Weiss, the 53. Luke Skolten, Limo Luke, the number 80 car out of Oosburg in the 80. Jake Richards, he's in the 8R. Tyler Kulo, the 24K. I believe I have all the drivers correct in this heat race, so we should be good to go. Schumacher out in front, first time by. Yeek runs in the second spot with Dave Holm third. Tyler Kulo running running in the 4th spot with Limo Luke Skolten battling Austin Yancey for that 5th spot. Yancey falls into number 5. Great race going on for the 3rd spot. Dave Holm down on the bottom with Tyler Kulo running the outside. Kulo with the advantage that time by Schumacher, still leads the way with Jason Yeek running in the 2nd spot. Kulo into the 3rd spot by himself. Now Holm finds himself battling Limo Luke Skolten in the number 80 car for spot number 4. Schumacher still leads the way. Great battle going on. 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Limo Luke taking a look. Now getting into the 3rd spot in the 80 car. That'll put Kulo back to 4th. Yeek holds on to the 2nd spot. Two to go in this one. Schumacher looking good by himself out in front. Battle side by side now for the 2nd spot. Jason Yeek on the inside as the white flag comes out. Limo Luke Skolten. I think he might have had him by a nose that time by for the 2nd spot. Now he completes the pass. Coming to the checkers, Nick Schumacher, the number 47 car. Luke Skolten will finish in 2nd. 3rd, Jason Yeek, the 24 car of Tyler Kulo will be 4th. And Dan Holm will round out your top 5. William Schumacher Homes, the sponsor on the 47 car of Nick Schumacher, your winner of heat race number 2. 8 laps on these heat races. Top 4 cars transfer to the main event. Inside the next row, Nate Rue in the number 5 car. He's out of Chilton. Ryan Minnie-Minster out of Sheboygan in the 37. Bradley Weiss in the 53. Matt Lair in the 82H. Kufis leads the way, 17 car, just a couple laps in. Donnie Kulo, the 2nd spot. Nate Rue falls into 3rd, number 5. Bradley Weiss in the 53, he'll run 4th. Ryan Minster rounds out the top 5. Coming in, number 17 leads the way, lap number 3. Mark Kufis still leads the way, the 17X going out of turn number 2, getting himself a nice lead. Nate Rue in the 5 car starting to work over the 95 of Donnie Kulo just a little bit. Kulo runs in the 2nd spot. Rue is in 3rd, but 1 second. Takes a look every corner. Can't quite get enough grip to stay underneath him and make the pass. Bradley Weiss solidly in the 4th spot with Ryan Minster rounding out the top 5. Back to the front of the pack. Mark Kufis coming by. White flag, 1 to go. Checkers out for your winner. 17X, Mark Kufis' first win here in a Grand National for Mark Kufis. Donnie Kulo finishes in the second spot. Nate Rue third. Bradley Wise fourth. Those are your transfer cars. Ryan Minster on the outside looking in, finishing in the fifth spot. Taylor Concrete, Lake Auto Glass, Last Call Bar, Audi Bus Service, BMRE behind the 93 car inside of row number 2. Here we come out of turn 4. Will Schumacher out of Hartford's in the 16 car. The reverse one, Jamie Theobald, the 52W, he's out of Sheboygan. Jeff Steenbergen, he's your points leader. Keep an eye on the 62S. Noah Wakowiaz out of West Allis in the 187. Marshall Plate leading the way, but Steenbergen, he's up from the back of the bus and he wants the front seat. Running down on the inside of row number 2 from the back of the pack, now to the lead. The 62 of Steenbergen coming out of turn number 4. Marshall Plate running in the second spot. The 4 car of Traber runs third. Whoa! Little friendly contact down there between turns 1 and 2. Going to bring out the yellow flag. And he's got 3 laps to do it. Marshall Plate might have something to say about that. Here we come out of turn number 4, back to green with 3 laps to go. Steenbergen leads the way. Daryl Traber into the second spot with the 4 car. Marshall Plate runs third. The 187 of Wakowiak in the 4th and final transfer spot. Here we come out of turn number 4. Checkers are out. Steenbergen in the 62 car. Daryl Traber finishing in the second spot. Marshall Plate third in the 19P. Noah Wakowiak, the 187, finishing in the 4th and final transfer spot. Ultimate Race Cars.
He'll set the pace. Brad Miller next to him, and we are racing. Miller hard into turn 1, slides up in 2. Speck still your leader, running a good line off turn 4. So it'll be Speck, Miller, Mullen. Whoa, contact between 1 and 2. And that'll bring out a yellow flag. Sawyer Speck got sideways, and there he sits over in turn 2, collecting with him Mike Mullen. We'll see how this works out. He's won a lot of races here. Into turn 1, Miller right down on the tires, as is Mullen right behind him. Now we're going 3 wide into turn 3. Hang on. And it'll be Ritchie coming out of there in the 3rd spot. So it's Miller and Mullen 1-2, completing lap 3. Dirk Letizia in the D1 at the back of the pack, working hard, trying to get around Specht in the 99. Pick up a spot. That all plays into the lineup for the Knights A main. Letizia is still trying to get some bite on the high side of the track. So far unable to do so. Meanwhile, we'll have 2 to go and your leader, Brad J.J. Miller, comes by next time. Two laps to go. Now the white flag in the air for Brad Miller. One more circuit. Checkered flag is out for Brad Miller. Brad Miller picking up the checkered flag. That's his 78th overall win here in a late model. And if you added in all the wins from the other divisions of race cars he's ran out here, it'd be a much higher number. Mike Mullins second, Justin Ritchie in the 73rd, the 55E Bongiorno fourth, the 24S Schmidt Jaden in the 5th spot, Sawyer Specht in the 99 6th, and Turk Letizia, who drove really hard trying to get it to work on the high side, couldn't get it done. He finished in the next spot back, which would be 7th. All right, they pick it up as we move our way over to 4. We get a go. Ortel slides up a little bit too, but it looks like he's got enough momentum to hang on. Here comes Mitch McGrath in the 74. Always fast. Here he comes. It'll be Ortel at the line. Ortel into turn 1, pitches it sideways over to the high banks of turn 2 and down the backstretch. He will continue to lead. Completing lap 2, McGrath hard down low coming off turn 4. Now he will be your leader. Leader change, McGrath, your top gun here now. McGrath, Ortel, White. 1, 2, 3. Trying to work their way into a good starting spot in tonight's A main. Now McGrath pulling away a little bit with the lead. No, car sideways down here between 1 and 2. That is Sean Miller in the 21. Yellow is out and he'll pull away. So Miller sideways. Had a good time going on this row. He wins the big ones. Here we go. Green back up in the air. Into turn 1. We got a bunch of cars there all together. They'll sort themselves out. There comes Green in the 19J up near the wall. I think he ran out of room up there. He'll drop back to the bottom of the track. He's running in the 4th spot. Grath, meanwhile, pulling away while the rest of them battle for position. And we're yellow again. Might be some debris on the backstretch over there. If not, make it look like there is. She'll start to pick it up right about now. Here we go. Green is in the air again. And again, McGrath opens up a lead. Nisnik in the 42 car in second. Down low is Chris Ortel in the red and white 51. Now Sean Green trying to move up. Justin Green, I should say, in the 19J. He started in the back row, now running up in the 4th spot. 2 laps to go. Late racing here back in the field. Green down low, Ortel on the outside, down the backstretch. Side by side into turn 3. Oh, looks like Ortel might be a little high coming off turn 4, and it'll be Green. Mitch McGrath looks at the checkered flag. Nisnik is second. your winner in the 74 car out of Waukesha, Mitch McGrath, followed by the 42, Paul Nisnik. 19J, Justin Green. 21M, Sean Miller. The 03, Dan White, and rounding it out, the 51 is Chris Ortel. Heat rate. All right, looking good as we come to 4. We get a go. Oh, there might be some sheet metal taken away down there. Brett Swedberg on the outside grabs the lead and coming off turn 2. He'll drop to the bottom now, and he will lead lap 1. Bennett in the second spot. Here comes Taylor Scheffler, the white 10, the 10S. 2 10s, and they're both white and blue. It's not fair. Scheffler in the third spot. Parker in fourth in the other 10, and then Edler the 77. 5 laps to go now. Swedberg, your leader. Midway point of the race now. Brett Swedberg. Swedberg, your leader by about 6-7 car lengths. Bennett in second, then the 2 10 cars, Scheffler and Parker. White flag will be coming out next time around. White flag coming out for your leader, Swedberg. 1 to go. Oh, Joel Bennett got problems coming off 4. That's a tough break. He was running second. Now he'll drop all the way to the back. Checkered flag is out. So your winner, Brett Swedberg, picks up the win. Taylor Scheffler second, Paul Parker third, Bill Edler fourth, Joel Bennett fifth. In that order, tough break for that 7 car. Sponsors on your winning car of Swedberg.
Outside that row, Travis Kleindl in the 69, the 18Z is Jeff Zroik, Travis Schmidt in the 3, Cole Thomas the 91. Brad Buckman out in front of this one, going through turns 1 and 2. Zroik to the outside in the 6 car. Jim Zroik now to the lead out of Hartford. The 16 car is pulling into the inside. Sorry, that's an 18. The 18 car pulling onto the inside, running low on the track. That's Jeff Zroik. The 91 car, Cole Thomas up from the back of the bus. Started in the rear of the pack now, running in the second spot, looking on the outside of Zroik as he goes through turns 1 and 2. The 91 car found himself a line, and he is moving fast. Yellow flag coming out. Travis Kleindl around between turns 1 and 2. Rolling backwards into the infield, getting back underway. Window net. Cole Thomas in front, 5 to go. Green back out. Cole Thomas still leading the way out in front of this one. Jim Zroik in the 6 car running in the second spot. The 3 car of Travis Schmidt. He's up from the second to the last spot. He now runs third. cars coming up from the back of the pack to be in front of this one. The back row now sitting first and third. 2 to go. Jeff Zroik in the 18Z. He's running in that fourth and final transfer spot. Brendan Kneperath, he's on the outside looking in, running in spot number 5. White flag out, 1 to go for the 91 of Cole Thomas. Checkers out for the 91 of Cole Thomas. Cole Thomas finishing in the top spot. Jim Droik in the 6Z finishing second. Travis Schmidt third, your final transfer spot. Jeff Zroik in the 18Z. The 67 car outside of him. Steve Lareer, the 66 car. Inside last row, Bill Shavlik, the 0 car out of West Bend, Wisconsin. Here we go, green. Coming around for lap number 1, Joel Seeger making his way up towards the front of the pack now, getting up into the Schmutz down over in turn number 4. Oh, got a spin down between 3 and 4. Let's see if they're able to gather it back together. Ellis still. Here we go, Ellis getting back together, back on the track. Scott Cornstom, the 29S leads the way. Here comes two-step Tim Warner, the 03. 3 laps in, 5 to go. Tim Warner out of turn number 2. Now going to the front of this one. Cornstrom running now in the second spot. Rory Welch, the 73 car, holding down the third spot. And Lareer in the 66, now in your fourth and final transfer spot. White flag out, 1 to go. Two-step Timmy leading the way. Rory Welch up to that second spot now with Cornstrom running in the third spot. Steve Lareer still running fourth. Top 4 cars transfer to the main event. Tim Warner bringing it out of turn number 4, taking home the checkered flag. Rory Welch finishing in second. Scott Quamstrom finishing third, and Steve Lareer fourth, your fourth and final transfer spot. Ultimate Race Cars, Fable Trucks, Snap-on Tools, Thierry Race Engines, Galaxy Coatings, all sponsors on your winner of Heat Race number 2 in the Sheboygan Flooring B-Mods, two-step Tim Warner. Number 89 car, he's out of Howards Grove. Spencer Long out of Falls in the 59S. And Matt Urban out of Milwaukee in the 48. All right, one more time. Let's make it a good start. Coming out of turn 4. Keelan Wolf Wolf leads the way. Logan Brass running in the second spot in the 89 car. The 59S of Spencer Long runs third. The 26 car, Ryan Pafford. He's trying to put it up high, but he lost some spots doing that. Brass into the lead now, around down in turns 1 and 2. Yellow flag out. Quite a lot going on there. All right, 2 laps in, green flag back out. The 31W Keelan Wolf leads the way. Matt Urbane up from the back of the pack. He comes around the top looking for the lead, but the 59 car of Spencer Long says, hold your horses. He's running down along the bottom, side by side out of turn number 2. Spencer Long still leads the way in the 59 car with Matt Irvan. The 48 now taking the lead out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Back and forth between Urban and the 59 of Long. Urban out in front now, the 48. Long falls into the second spot. Keelan Wolf third in the 31W. The 19 car of Parker Glander popping up into that 4th and final transfer spot. White flag out, 1 to go. And your winner in the 48 car, Matt Urban. Taking home the checkered flag, technically a rookie on dirt. He's an asphalt driver on dirt for the first time this season. Country Lanes Bowl. Koenig out of Fox Lake, the 1K. All right, 8 laps from now, top 4 go. Here we are, green is out. Kevin Broxma in front of this one now in the 85B car. The 12T of Tim Droon runs in the second spot. Carson Cullen running third. The 99 car of Gracie Alney in the 4th and final transfer spot. The 22S of Jared Spalding, he's on the outside looking in right now in the 5th transfer spot. Broxma leads the way, 4 to go. Spalding and Cullen side by side for the 4th spot. Spalding getting the better of that one. He'll move up to that 4th spot. Cullen now running in the 5th. 2 to go. Broxma still leads the way in the 85. Troon in the 12. Spalding now wants to take a look at the 3rd spot. Gracie Alney in the 99 car occupying that right now. White flag out, 1 to go. Coming to the checkers, the 85B, Kevin Broxma taking home the fourth and final Sheboygan Flooring B-Mod Heat Race win. Security at Home, the sponsor on the 85 car of Broxma, taking home the Heat Race win. Final Heat Race, Sheboygan Flooring B-Mod. So, race fans, that's going to bring us to our intermission. After intermission, we'll come back with our Grand National B-Mains and then our main events. The 25M, don't see him out there. What the heck? All right. Here we come out of turn number 4. Trent Bogart's in the 45 car, Matt Lair in the 82H tonight, and Bill Edler is in fact in the 15 car tonight. I called him in the 5 car all night earlier. He is now in the 15. Contact lap number 1. 45 car looks like he's going to keep her going. Trent Bogart back underway, side by side, up at the front. Dylan May now taking the lead, coming down into turn number 4. The 25P of Jonathan Persha, he runs in the second spot. Diesel and Dickhead, 86 years of age, running in the third spot. Ryan Minster will run in spot number 4. Head looking down to the inside. He wants that transfer spot. Persha on the outside in the 25 as they go through 1 and 2. May leads the way yet in the 11 car. Diesel and Dickhead now into the spot. Number 2 into the transfer spot. Dylan May still out in front of this one. Diesel and Dickhead running in the second spot. Those are your transfer cars. 8 laps left in this one as they combine. Now 7 left. Jonathan Persha, he runs third. He's on the outside looking in. Ryan Mini Minster, the 37 car, he's running in the 4th spot. He needs to gain a couple. Halfway home in this one. The 25M of Darren Mayer, he rounds out the top 5. Now he goes around between 1 and 2. Should say he goes sideways between 1 and 2. Hammers it, goes through the infield, back on the track. Big battle going on here. Dickhead out in front of this one. Look at him go! The 6 car out in front of this B-Main, 86 years of age, and he's taking it to him. Head running down the backstretch. Persha runs in the second spot. That's the final transfer spot. Ryan Minster now working his way up. He's up to third now. He's getting by May in the 11 car. Wow, if Dickhead could see what's going on behind him, he'd love it. A lot of battling going on, slowing those cars down. He is wide and smiling with 2 to go. Dickhead leads the way. Persha into that second spot now. He's the final transfer spot. Dylan May fighting down on the bottom. Getting to the inside now between turns 3 and 4. White flag out, 1 to go. Here we come out of turn number 4. Diesel and Dickhead taking home the checkered flag. Mark 1 for the old guys. We get a win. All right, Diesel and Dickhead taking home the checkered flag. Oosberg Concrete Products, Bill and Dean's Auto and Truck Body, Keller's Valley Inn, Big Billy's Barn Grill and Plymouth. Got it. Austin Yancey, the 54 car, is out there along with Timothy Mitchell, the 93. Had a couple scratches at the back of the pack. Sorry for the pause. Getting that all worked out up here. Dustin Weiss leads the way in the 53 car. Will Schumacher in the 16. Now going back to the second spot. Richards in the 8R up to the second spot. So you have the 53 of Weiss, the 8 of Richards, and the 16 of Schumacher. Your top three, top two cars transfer to the main event. Schumacher now on the outside looking in, running in spot number 3. Weiss and Richards side by side going down through turns 1 and 2. That's first and second. Third and fourth, same thing, side by side. Schumacher on the outside. Kafka down on the inside in the 23 car. Timothy Mitchell, the 93, runs in the 5th spot. Austin Yancey rounds out the field in the 54 car. We're still side by side up in the front of this one. Jake Richards running down on the bottom in the 8R, and Weiss in the 53 car. Up top now, Richards getting out in front all by himself. Dustin Weiss falling into position number 2. Going to be 4 laps left in this one when we get all done. I have the winner of the 50-50. We'll call that number off in just a little while when we get a chance. Jake Richards, the 8R, coming to 2 laps to go. 3 laps to go. 2 laps to go next time around. Here we come with the double flags. 2 laps this time by for the 8R of Jake Richards. Dustin Weiss in the 53 running in the 2nd spot. Those are your transfer cars. Scott Kafka third in the 23 car. White flag this time by and your winner in the 8R, Jake Richards. Dustin Weiss, the 53W, finishing in the 2nd spot. Those 2 cars transfer to the main event. Row in the 0. Logan Brass, the 11 car, inside of row number 6. Carson Cullen outside that row in the 8. Travis Kleindl, the 69. Scott Ellis, the 23S. B-main underway. Elijah Koenig out in the front of this one right away, coming up from the 2nd row, the 11B of Brad Buckman into the 2nd spot with the 67 of Vince Young in the 3rd spot. Top 2 cars go to the main event. Cullen runs in the 4th spot in the 8 car, and he's being pressured by the 26 of Ryan Pafford. Yellow flag out. All right, Elijah Koenig's going to set the pace on this one down to the inside of turn 4. He comes, green flag, back out. Nice restart for the 8 car of Cullen and the 89 car of Brass. Brass down on the inside now. Got his nose out in front. He's up to the 3rd spot. The 67 car of Young still out in front of him for 2nd, but Brass is on his way looking for that transfer spot, trying to get into spot number 2. Meanwhile, Koenig putting a ride together. He is half a straightaway ahead the 1K. The 67 fighting for his transfer spot with the 89 of Brass. Young and Brass still fighting it out. Brass now gets underneath. Young gets sideways. Brass now into a transfer spot. Koenig in the 1, Brass in the 89, your transfer cars. Cullen now running 3rd in the 8 car. Oh, and we got some getting together over between 3 and 4. Kneperath in the 17, Pafford in the 26, the 11 car of Buckman. Brass in the 89 car, running in 3rd. Here we go, 5 left. All right. The A main. We got 4 laps left in this one. Here we come on the gas out of turn 4 to the green. White flag out on this one. 1 to go. Elijah Koenig going to be coming through turns 3 and 4. Logan Brass right behind him. Those are your 2 transfer cars. Elijah Koenig, the 1K, taking home the checkered flag. Logan Brass finishing in the 2nd spot. Those are your top 2 and your transfers. Vince Young will finish in 3rd. Ryan Pafford 4th. Joel Siegert Jr. rounds out the top 5. Elijah Koenig out of Reeseville, Wisconsin. Just has our line down on the track. And we are ready to go sprint car racing. Wenninger Berth leading the pack, coming out of 4 to the green. Brandon Berth jumping out to the quick lead in this one in the 22 car. He's choosing the high line, going right up to the top of the track. He'll lead this time by Benito Ben Schmidt, jumping into that 2nd spot. Shane Wenninger then running in 3rd. The 09 will run in the 4th spot. He's up from 6th. That's Rossman, Clayton Rossman in the 09. Brandon Berth still out in front of this one with the 1 car of Benito Ben Schmidt running in the 2nd spot. Brandon Berth still leads the way. Benito back into that second spot. Once again, in the one car, Chris Larson now actually being driven by Shane Weniger. He's running in the third spot. Clayton Rossman in the 09 is fourth. Joseph Hintz in the 14J rounds out the top 5. After that, Alex Pekorski sits in the 6th spot. Bill Taylor 7th. Now Bill Taylor moves up to 6. Billy Kreitz 7th. Yellow flag out on the track. All right, one more time. Here we come out of turn 4. Back to green we go. Brandon Berth got the jump, remains in front of this one with Ben Schmidt still running in the second spot in the one car. Shane Weniger third. That is your top 3. That's the way they were before the caution came out. Now they are again. Ooh, the 14J sticking it down on the inside. That is Joseph Hintz. He's trying to get around. And now Rasmussen into the 09. Held him off back in front of that one. So we have Berth running in the 22. He's leading the way. The one car of Ben Schmidt runs in the second spot. Shane Weniger is third. Clayton Rossman is running in the fourth spot, and the 14J of Joseph Hintz rounds out your top 5. Berth now getting around some of the back markers as he's going through turns 3 and 4. He's navigating the high side of the track. He's going to have to maybe look for a different line. There's cars all over the place in front of him. Berth going through turn 2 now. He's got a pretty good lead, probably half a straightaway on the 35 car, the one car of Ben Schmidt. Weniger holding into the third spot in that 51 car. He's filling in tonight in that seat and doing a terrific job, running third right now. Rossman in the 09 still fourth, and the 14 car is still running in the 5th spot of Joseph Hintz. Brandon Berth doing a great job getting through lap traffic right now. The top side has been pretty much his for the whole race. Had to get around a couple cars here and there. Now he's going to dive down to the inside, trying to ride the 46 car of Rue. Pagel in the 12 car on the bottom. He got through there. Oh, now he's got to run past the 46 of Rue. Berth gets by. Now he's got a couple cars between him and the one of Ben Schmidt. Ben Schmidt trying to get through the 2 cars that are ahead of him, J.J. Pagel and Stephen Rue, to get to the leader of Brandon Berth, the 22B. He tried the bottom through 3 and 4. Kind of running through the middle now. There's a little bit of a light spot there, and he might be trying to find a little bit more traction. Looks like the 1 car of Schmidt now cleared the 12 of Pagel, and he'll have a track in front of him that he'll be able to see the 22 car of Berth. We only got 3 laps in this one. He's going to have to make it happen fast if he wants to get up front. 2 to go. Brandon Berth taking the 2 to go signal. Clear track in front of Ben Schmidt now to get to him, but Berth has it going on, and he is a half of straightaway ahead. He's going to take the white flag this time by 1 to go for Brandon Berth. the 22B, Brandon Burr. Seventh year of racing for Brandon. That car sponsored by Airworthy Aviation, Lapa Construction, TDC Engineering. Winner's Circle interview in a moment.
All right, Bill, here we are waiting for a very, very happy winner for a lot of reasons. And a couple of them we're going to, as soon as he gets down here, we're going to talk about at least a couple of them. First, we got to get him unbuckled. Brandon McMullen over there congratulating your winner. I think Brandon's been helping out on that car a little bit tonight. Multi-time champion. Well, he said finally. The reason for that. Ben Schmidt, what do you got in that jug? Brandon, you said finally when you reached the top of the wing. Tell everybody what that means.
I started racing these in 2019. We have raced here almost every weekend, I think, except for one that we've had 360s here. And we've never won a feature here. Won 6 other ones at other tracks. At other tracks, we have an average finish of 1.5 in the last 9 races. I don't know what it is about someplace else, but this one feels good. It's been way too long. I hope our monkey's off our back finally and we can get a couple more here.
All right, take us through the race. How'd it go?
I got a good starting spot on the outside, and I was nervous there a couple times in lap traffic. I kind of messed up, and I thought Ben was going to get me, but I just have deja vu of many different times where I was leading and somebody got by me or something happened, and it didn't happen finally, so I'm so thankful. I was praying today that we could actually get one, and God pulled through for us. So thank you to all my sponsors, my family, my pit crew, my girlfriend, everybody that comes out every week, everybody that puts this show on. Everybody stuck by me, and I can't be any more grateful than what I am. Thing was fast, and I'm glad we got it done.
You did. Congratulations, Brandon.
Schumacher Kufis coming to the green. Here we go. Going to set the pace on the gas out of turn 4. Green is out. Wow, Schumacher getting a good grab off the bottom of 2, shooting down the backstretch. He's in the lead all by himself. Kufis running by himself. He started second. He runs second. Donnie Kulo, the 95 car. He got himself up to a 3rd spot. He started right there. Espen fighting for that 4th spot with the 4 car of Daryl Traber. Those are your top 5 early in this one. The battle right now is for the 4th spot. Traber and Espen side by side, the 4 and the 72. Espen on the bottom in the 72. Traber in the 4, running outside of him. Really good battle between those 2 cars, trying to figure out the 4th position. Schumacher maintaining the lead. He got off the start. Didn't look like the 17 car is able to really make up any ground on him just yet. The 4 car of Traber getting by Espen. He's got his eyes now set on the 95 of Donnie Kulo in the 95. Points leader in the Dirt Devil Grand National Series 62, Steenbergen, kind of mid-pack, started in the 11th spot. So kind of maintaining right now. Nick Schumacher, the 47 car, maybe getting just a little bit farther out front now. The 17 of Kufis losing touch with him, but he's got the 95 car coming up, and look at that. Traber and Espen, that 4th spot still being contended by those 2 cars running side by side. There's been some good racing for that 4th spot so far. Steenbergen now making his car known here. He's next to Nate Rue. That's the 6th and 7th positions that they're fighting for. So Steenbergen up 5 or 6 spots right now, clearing the 5 car of Rue, and has his eyes set on the top 5 as he runs 6th right now. Steenbergen now looking inside of Traber in the 4 car. He'll run next to him and get by him coming out of turn number 4. He'll look now, I was going to say the outside of the 72. Last minute decision, stayed right behind him, followed the 72 through, but that gets Steenbergen now in the 62 car into your top 5. Snuck his fender under the side of that 72. Tight quarters going into turns 1 and 2. Steenbergen gets through way on the bottom, and now he'll run in the 4th spot. Nick Schumacher's been pretty comfortable out in front of this one for the entire race. 10 laps remained in this one. Kufis runs in the 2nd spot, Donnie Kulo 3rd. But the news tonight is Steenbergen, he's now running in the 4th spot after starting 11th, working his way up through the field. Will Source in the 14X, he's also making his presence known. He's now jumping into the 5th spot. So cars definitely coming up from the back of the field. Source started 13th, Steenbergen 11th. They're both in the top 5 right now. Steenbergen moves up to 3rd. He gets by the 95 of Donnie Kulo. He's got the 14X. Oh, Kufis up in smoke or a radiator or something. He's got smoke coming out of that car between turns 3 and 4. That's going to bring a yellow out in this one. Not sure if that's oil or if that's water, but there is something huffing out of there. His tires look pretty wet, so. Whew. See Timmy Warner outside that next row behind him in that 5 car. Here they come. We got 6 to go. Who's going to take home the checkers in this one? Steenbergen looking down on the inside of the 47 of Schumacher as they go down into turn number 3. Side by side through 3 and 4. Steenbergen with the pass in the 62 car. The 47 car of Schumacher now runs in the second spot, and he's going to have to contend with Will Source in the 14X. Donnie Kulo runs in the 4th spot in the 95. Rounding out the top 5 right now, it looks like Daryl Traber in the 4, but two-step Timmy in the 5M coming up, Tim Warner. Tim Warner now into the 5th spot. He's going to battle for 4th. Inside the 95 of Don Kulo, Tim Warner goes. Tim Warner going around down in 1 and 2. Not sure if he had a little help from his friends or not. Didn't see it, just saw him sideways. White flag out for the 62. All right, we are under caution. The 89 of Brian Gillis was sitting between turns 3 and 4. Bringing out our yellow flag. So 1 to go when the yellow came out. That'll give us a green-white checker finish with, looks like a single file restart. All right, we got to get the 95 of Donnie Kulo up behind Tim Warner. Here we come, green, white, checkered. Steenbergen leads away. Oh, Will Source looking to the outside right away, going down into turns 1 and 2. Drag race down the backstretch. Oh, Steenbergen comes off the corner, beautiful, in the 62 car. Will Source running in the 2nd spot in the 14X. Checkered flag coming out. Schumacher led the whole race, sitting back in 3rd. I should say read a lot of the race, not the whole race. Sitting back in 3rd. Wants to get up there and try battle back the spot. We're going to come to the checkers. This time by Jeff Steenbergen in the 62. And your winner in the number 62 car, Jeff Steenbergen.
Get Jeff out of that car as quickly as we can. As you see in the site, the ultimateracecars.com. That's actually his. He builds those cars. and obviously knows what he's doing. Quick. All right, here comes your winner, Jeff Steenbergen. Jeff, that was easy. You started way back about 10th.
Yeah, 11th actually. That was, I was worried I was running out of time there, so I got a little aggressive with some of those guys, but the car was really good.
Is that a fairly new car?
No, this is the first car I ever built. Aaron Strebel had this thing for the last 12 years, so pretty cool.
Absolutely. Well, you won a couple races here and another big one tonight, and that 14 car was right there with you at the end.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to see that last caution there. I saw Will was in second. I know he'd be tough to hold off.
All right, got to introduce some drivers over here. Congratulations, Jeff.
30 laps in our main event tonight. George will be doing driver introductions down there, and I think there's some Frisbees that'll be coming up in the crowd that'll have some prizes on the back of them. Thank you to Humphreys Turner Hall, A1 Appliance Repair, NNS Towing, Brockman's Meat Market, Ike's Repair Shop, Gaydon's Auto Body, Oak Creek Automotive, and Victory Fuel for our fan giveaways tonight.
All right, race fans, let's meet these drivers from up close. And after I introduce them, they're going to sign a Frisbee and throw it up there. On each Frisbee is a pair of tickets to this racetrack, as well as some gift cards. So starting right here in front of me, car number 99, that would be Sawyer Specht. Starting on the opposite side, the D1 car all the way from Milwaukee. Always races with us here at Plymouth, a great guy. He's also won himself a few A-mains here. That would be Turk Letizia. Moving along right here, car number 7. He comes to us from Hortonville, Wisconsin. That is Joel Bennett. Next to him, the 03 car might get an award for the farthest distance. Maybe not. That is the 03 car. That is Dan White from Elgin, Illinois. 24 car, he comes to us from Seymour. Former Rookie of the Year, Jaden Schmidt. And next to Jaden, car number 51. Car number 51, hang on, we'll find it here. He is from Marshfield, Chris Ortel. 55. From Milwaukee, a Rookie of the Year, that is Joe Bongiorno. Next to Joe, 21M. He is from Gillette, Wisconsin, Sean Miller. Car number 10 from the legendary Parker Racing family. Yeah, Pete was his dad, a Hall of Famer. Meet Paul Parker. Then we got the 77 car from Howards Grove, Wisconsin. That is Bill Edler. Billy looking for his first feature win here at Plymouth. Car number 10S. No stranger here. 9 feature wins on this track. Kind of a quiet guy. He does his talking on the racetrack. Give it up for him, Top Gun, Taylor Scheffler. Then we have the 19J car. He's won a championship here in a different division. Now he's moved into a late model. He's looking for his first feature win. Give it up, race fans, from Sheboygan Falls, Justin Green. Hi, Justin. All right, standing right next to me here, he comes from New London. 2020 Dirt Kings champion, the only driver ever to beat Nick Anvelink with the Dirt Kings. Give it up for him, Justin Ritchie. Then we got a former winner here this year. 99M. That would be Mike Mullen, winner a few weeks back right here. All right, car number 3. Beautiful race car, and it goes pretty fast too. Might have something to do with the driver. He's out of Shawano. Give it up, Brett Swedberg. Big winner last weekend. Car number 42, I believe that is. He comes all the way down from Medford, Wisconsin. That would be Paul Nisnik. And now we come to the front row. Everybody likes to start in and smiling when I said that. Starting outside the front row from Random Lake, 6-time late model champion on this track, to go along with many others. Has 24 A-main wins here, second most to the late Russ Scheffler. You know who I'm talking about. Brad J.J. Miller. And starting on the pole, he has 16 feature wins on this track. 5th in the point standings, that is Mitch McGrath. Gentlemen, get buckled up.
Four wide from our Super 6 late model race tonight. Here they come out of turn 4. Let them know you're here. Graff and Miller starting on the front row. That's a big front row. We got 30 laps to go in this one. We're coming out of turn 4 and we're going to green in the late model A-main. Mitch McGrath jumping to the early lead in this one with a couple of laps in. Brett Swedberg filing into that second spot, getting past Bradley J.J. Miller, who runs third. Yellow flag out, got 3 or 4 cars over here in turn number 4. Back to green we go. 28 laps left in this one. 3 wide down into turn number 3. Swedberg on the inside, Miller in the middle. McGrath run on the outside. And McGrath to the point of this one. Swedberg, holy cow, we're stacking them all up in turn number 2. All rolling up front. One more time out of turn 4. Taylor Scheffler jumps back out in front of this one. Bradley J.J. Miller the second spot. Top Gun Taylor Scheffler runs third, but he's got Brett Swetberg right outside of him in the number 3 car running in the 4th spot. The 55 car of Joe Bongiorno rounds out the top 5. Problems for the 24 car, Jaden Schmidt coming to a stop here on the front stretch. That's going to bring a yellow out. Bringing him out of 4, one more time, back to green we go. Mitch McGrath leads the way. The battles on the track is now in the second spot with Brad J.J. Miller on the inside and Top Gun Taylor Scheffler on the outside battling for the second spot. Brett Swedberg, he runs in the 4th spot in the 3 car. Joe Bongiorno still rounds out the top 5. Billy Edler up to 6 in the 77 car. Justin Green runs in the 7th spot. Back up front, Mitch McGrath leads the way. Taylor Scheffler getting away from the 89 car of Brad Miller. Those cars now running 1, 2, 3. 42 car Nisnek pulls off. He's on the infield. Mitch McGrath out in front. Taylor Scheffler just can't make up any time on him. Brad Miller back and forth, surging to getting next to Scheffler and then falling back a little bit. Just can't quite stay up there. Now Scheffler jumps to the top of the track. Might have made up some ground on the 74 car doing that. We'll see if he sticks with that plan for the rest of the race. We got 14 to go. Scheffler's car looks like it's coming to him. Top Gun Taylor Scheffler on the top. He's got something for that 74 car. He's just got to find the right spot to use it. Mitch McGrath still leads the way in the 74. Miller still runs third. Swedberg fourth. Bongiorno fifth. Next time by, it'll be 10 to go. Scheffler's going to have to pick his spot. Everybody's staying in their spot. Scheffler gets a good run once in a while, but he just can't get it done by the time he gets down to turn number 3. He gets a good run off of something. He found something off of turn number 2, but just can't quite make it finish. Oh, shut the door on the 74. Mitch McGrath is feeling the same thing we're seeing. The Scheffler gets through 1 and 2 really well. Here he goes. Scheffler getting by for a little bit. Can he hang on to it this time? By new leader, the 10 car. Taylor Scheffler with 6 to go. So Taylor Scheffler now running in the top spot. Mitch McGrath second. Brad J.J. Miller third. Brett Swedberg in the 4th spot. Joe Bongiorno still in the 5th position. 5 laps to go. We might get some lap traffic coming into play here. They're mostly running on the lower side though, and Scheffler found that high line in 1 and 2. Kind of comes down a little bit through 3 and 4. Two to go. Leader now in lap traffic, but like I said, they're staying on the bottom of the track. Scheffler running high and wide. White flag out, 1 to go. Top Gun Taylor Scheffler has 1 lap to a checkered flag. And a pedal down promotions trophy. Here we come on a turn 4. Taylor Scheffler, your winner. And your winner in the number 10 car, Top Gun Taylor Scheffler. Performance Roofing place car, 5th place, the 55B, Joe Bongiorno. Bill Edler in the 77 car in 6th. 7th, Joel Bennett. 8th, Justin Green, the 19J. Justin Ritchie, 9th. Chris Ortel rounds out the top 10.
Oh, Taylor came up a 1. Is that $50 a point? A dot, huh? All right. Well, you got $50 you didn't have before. Chad's got a lot of money anyway. Get over here, you little stinker, you. I said when I introduced you before, you're a man of few words. All you do is you show us how to drive. Take us through it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were going to make it there. I thought the bottom was just going to keep getting better, but I was able to hit 1 and 2 pretty good and just get by when I could.
You were coming into turn 1 up there pretty high, and then all of a sudden almost coming down. Am I right?
Yeah, I was kind of leery about going in high right away. I thought I was going to get a little tight, but at the end I kind of had no more choices.
Do you know how far ahead you were?
I don't know.
You don't care, 6 or 7 car lengths. But anyway, Taylor, it's always a pleasure watching you race. You're a good one. Taylor Scheffler, everybody.
This time by. Wolf and Kornstrom on the gas coming out of turn 4. We're green. Well, we got them shuffling all over the place up at the front of this one. We got Keelan Wolf running in front in the 31 car. We got the 12 car of Tim Thrun hanging on. Now he's back down to the 4th spot. They're jumping all over the place. Two-step Timmy Warner, he jumped out front the 03 car, going down the backstretch. Wolf managed to hang on to the 2nd spot with all the shuffling around that's going on up there. Kornstrom in the 29S, he's side by side now with Wolf, and the yellow flag is out. Car up in turn number 4. He was up high. Broxma, the 85 car, bringing out. Green flag back out, 22 to go. Two-step Tim Warner. He's going to take us through turns 1 and 2 and back down the back stretch. Now the 29 car of Kornstrom got a little squirrely there up in turn 2, lost a bunch of positions. Tim Thrun jumped up to the 2nd spot. Rory Welch from nowhere up into the 3rd spot. Schmidt's following him up to the 3 car. They're coming up from the back. So Tim Warner leads away with Tim Thrun in the 2nd spot. Rory Welch runs 3rd. Travis Schmidt is 4th. Keelan Wolf rounding out the top 5. Spencer Long runs in the 5th position. Jordan Graciolny 6th. Kornstrom running in the 7th spot. Yellow out. Yellow. 6 in. 19 to go. Bringing her back out of turn 4. Like problems for the 1K of Koenig. He's slow on the top of the track. Hopefully he'll make it back to the pits. Is that a left front problem he's got going on over there? Might be. He'll make it back into the pit area. A couple cars jumping back on the track. The 03 of Tim Warner still leads the way. Thrun runs in the 2nd spot. Here comes Schmidt. He's looking down underneath, coming out of turn number 4. The 3 car of Travis Schmidt looking to get up into the 2nd spot. Schmidt started 10th on the field, working his way into the 2nd spot, and now he has it. Two-step Tim Warner still leading the way. Travis Schmidt runs in the 2nd spot. Tim Thrun 3rd. Spencer Long 4th. Rory Welch falling back a bit. Couple spots now running in the 5th spot. Tim Warner clearing a lap car. The 03, 13 remain in this one, 12 remaining this time by. Battle going on for the 3rd spot. Long and Thrun side by side coming out of turn 4. Long holding it down on the bottom along the tires. Tim Thrun right through the middle, can't quite hold it. Long ahead of him, going down into turn number 3. Long has cleared the 12 car. Spencer Long now up to the 3rd spot. Tim threw him back to fourth. Welch still rounds out the top 5. 91 car, it's Cole Thomas. He's on his way up to the front. He's sitting in 6th right now. Started in 12th, so he's moved himself up 6 spots so far. Eight laps remaining in this one. Car sideways over in turn 2, yellow flag out. Back to green we go, 8 laps remaining. We got some guys that ran their way up from the back. Holy cow, look at the 91. Cole Thomas. Making some passes down on the inside. Getting himself up to the 4th spot. We got some hard racing going on out there, race fans. Here comes Travis Schmidt down underneath, looking inside, 2-step Timmy Warner. Warner holds him off in the 0-3, and he'll bring the pack down into turn 1. Schmidt still in the 2nd spot with Spencer Long running 3rd. The 91 of Cole Thomas. He's running in the 4th spot. He started 12th on the field. Logan Brass. He started 18th. He's now in the top 5. Three laps to go in this one for Tim Warner. Travis Schmidt falling back a bit now in that 3 car. Spencer Long still runs 3rd. Cole Thomas sits in the 4th spot. Logan Brass, top 5. Here we go. This time by 1 to go. Checkers are out. 2-step Timmy Warner taking home the checkered flag. And your winner in the 0-3 car, Tim Warner.
All right, we got Tim Warner coming here. Tim, another one to your list of many.
Yeah, thank you, George. It was a fun night. I got the sub in the Grand National Division for my buddy. I feel terrible for him. I didn't go to Tech. I didn't know I finished 5th. Thank you for noticing or announcing it 3 times in Sport Mod that I know to go to Tech, so thank you. Other than that, boy, what a fun night. Great racetrack.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Things got a little crazy in this last race, I thought, but you probably didn't see too much. You had the right spot.
Yeah, I guess so. My guys were telling me they were creeping up on me, so I guess we got to step up our game a little bit.
I don't think you're old, but I was looking at some race results from the 90s the other day, and I saw a name, Tim Warner.
Yeah, that's true. Been around a while, I guess. Not as long as some people.
Thank you very much, but you're having fun.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, get that car loaded up, go home, and we'll see you soon. Two-step, Tim Warner.